Hey guys, it's Shannon. Welcome back to the channel today. So today we are going to be talking about words of the year, or a word of the year. So in 2019, it was the first time that I ever chose a word for the year, a word that would kind of represent my year or what I wanted to accomplish that year. And my word for 2019 was begin. And to me, what that word meant and the power behind that word was I tend to have a very, I don't know, I tend to be like, if I can't get something done perfectly, then I'm just not even going to bother starting. Or if I start something and it's not working out quite the way I thought it would, then I stop doing it and then I just never pick it back up again. And that can be with like craft type things I'm doing, that can be with reading, that can be with relationships, that can be with, work stuff. Pretty much anything can fall into that trap for me because I just tend to want to do things right the first time and then I just get totally derailed. So for me, begin was very important because what I was trying to teach myself is that it's okay if you fall off the wagon, so to speak, or if you fall off that new habit that you had created, that it was okay to begin again. And I needed to know that. I needed to feel that and own that for myself. Even though like intellectually I know that to be true, my actions did not always follow that. So I hope that makes sense. So that was my word for 2019. So I honestly was contemplating whether I wanted to do a word for 2020 or not. I hadn't given it a ton of thought. I wasn't sure. And then I thought, no, you know what? I need a word. I really enjoyed having the word for the year. So I picked a word for 2020. And real quick, before I tell you my word, I've had several people ask questions about how do you choose a word for the year. So I want to address that real quick for you. I don't know how other people do it. I only know what I did last year and this year, so that's what I'm going to share with you. For me, I really just sit there and try to be quiet and still and just kind of think like, what do I feel is important to me? What kind of challenges am I facing in the new year? What kind of things do I want to work on? And then as I'm thinking about those things, I just sit there and really try to just kind of resonate on what's most important to me. And then I choose a word. Like sometimes I'll have a couple words running through my head and I kind of like spend some time thinking about each word and just which one feels right, like which one is just speaking the most to me. So that's how I do it. Hopefully that's helpful. Yeah. So my word for 2020 is going to be believe, or it is believe because we're in 2020 now, believe it or not. So for me, the word believe is important for a couple reasons. Number one, I am a believer. I am a Christian, a follower of Christ. I am a believer. And that is very important to me and who I am. But believe goes way beyond that as a word of the year for me. So this year we have several really big things going on that we know about right now at the beginning of the year. And that really went into play with picking my word of the year. So I'll just tell you a couple of the things that we know that are going on. One, YouTube is very up in the air for us right now. Most of you watching this channel know that we also have another channel called PSToyReviews. We've had that channel since 2013. In 2016, I believe it was, that became our full-time income. That became our full-time jobs. So prior to that, Paul worked for UPS and he left his job to come home and do YouTube full-time because it is a full-time job. I mean, at that point we were doing 3 videos a day on PSToyReviews every day of the year. And there's so much that goes into doing YouTube that I'm not gonna bore you with, but it is a full-time job and we were making a full-time living from it. So January 1st, 2020, some changes went into effect. FTC, YouTube, things happened. Not gonna bore you with that. You can go find all the details you want. There's hundreds of videos, probably thousands of videos on YouTube about it. But those changes went into effect January 1st. Now, basically where that leaves us is we don't really know if we're gonna be able to do YouTube as a full-time job anymore, because we're with our main channel, we're in the children's space on YouTube. And there's just a lot of questions there, which again, I am not gonna bore you with, but bottom line is we don't know if we're gonna be able to continue doing YouTube and support ourselves, or if we're gonna have to go out and get other jobs. So that's one big thing going on. Another big thing going on is our youngest son, my baby, he is gonna be going off to the Marine Corps. So that's gonna be a huge change because he still lives at home and he's gonna be gone. And beyond that, you know, it's a very rewarding thing that he's gonna be doing, but also, you know, can be very dangerous, especially in the times that we live in, you know, I mean, he's joining the military. So that's another one. What else? Totally just drew a blank. Started thinking about my baby and I drew a blank. I don't know. So beyond those two things, we also have some other things. So we have some like goals that we have about like just financial goal type stuff, whether it be paying off debt or not getting into debt or investing, things like that. There's a couple big decisions going on with that. And yeah, just life in general. So lots of stuff going on. So for me, the way believe comes in is that when things are negative in the world, which let's face it, there's a lot of negativity, especially if you're online, you will see a lot of negativity. When that's going on, I tend to get very sucked into that or drawn into that, and it can affect my mood. It can affect what I do, what I accomplish, and I don't want it to do those things. So for me, in that instance, like believe would be, I need to just believe and remember what I know to be true, and I need to just stick to my beliefs and the things I believe, there we get believe, the things I believe in, because to me that always needs to be what guides me. So when I'm worried about my son, I need to believe that he's going to be okay. When I'm worried about our finances, I need to believe that it's going to work out and that we're going to figure it out. When I'm worried about something, you know, a death of a loved one or something, I need to remember and rest just in believe that there's a purpose for everything that happens and it's gonna be okay. So I know that probably does not convey on camera very well the word believe. I feel like I could have picked, you know, a lot of words like don't shop. Well, that'd be 2 words, but you get my point. But for me, believe is gonna be very important to hold on to and grasp and just remember that, or believe, maybe remember should have been my word. I need to believe that everything does happen for a reason. I need to believe in who I am and the abilities I have and who I belong to, and just believe. So that is my word for 2020. I probably left many of you confused. I hope I didn't. But if you have any questions, of course, you can leave a comment down below and I will try to get back to you, and maybe I'll have to do a follow-up video or something, I don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I don't know how long this video has been. Apparently I ramble. So if you enjoy listening to people ramble, please subscribe to the channel. I am trying to grow my subscribers in 2020 and get this channel kind of going a little bit stronger than it has. So if you're new or you're just watching this video for the first time, please do hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you to all of my loyal people who watch and leave comments. I absolutely love you and thank you so much. So Have a great day, guys. Bye.